Connecticut forests offer stunning views, abundant plants and animals, and places for exploration or quiet reflection. These special places are essential to the health and character of your state. You may know that Connecticut is around 60% forested, and we're also the fourth most densely populated state. This offers real challenges when trying to protect the health and vitality of your forests. Since 1895, the Connecticut Forest and Park Association, CFPA, has risen again and again to meet those challenges. CFPA is a membership-based, nonprofit organization, and we hope you will be inspired to join us. When we all work together, we all succeed. Back in 1929, members of the Connecticut Forest and Park Association started blazing trails at what today is Sleeping Giant State Park. They used this color blue because it was most visible at dusk. And today, these blazes are still guiding hikers throughout 825 miles of blue-blazed hiking trails in 88 towns in Connecticut. Hundreds of dedicated volunteers created and build these trails, and many more are still being built today.
In 2009, the federal government officially designated the New England Trail as a National Scenic Trail, and CFPA asked volunteer Joe Hickey a question.
Is it possible that we could have an east-west trail connecting both our new National Scenic Trail along Metacomet Ridge with the Appalachian National Scenic Trail?
With years of experience as a land planner for the state, Joe knows such a trail faces challenges. 50 miles separate Connecticut's two national scenic trails.
And one of the prime goals of this effort is to find a route which is off-road and has as much scenic quality as possible.
But Joe knew animals like bears, deer, and moose migrated through the area using large parcels of undeveloped land. One example is the 6,000-acre Great Mountain Forest in Norfolk.
It's a working forest for education, research, and recreational purposes, along with forest products.
CFPA suggested Great Mountain Forest Corporation host a portion of the trail, an idea they welcomed.
I couldn't imagine a better partner.
CFPA forged many more of these partnerships with land trusts and public and private landowners, enabling Joe and Trail Stewardship Director Claire Kane to map out a route for the 50-mile trail. It's an ambitious project that, piece by piece, and with your support, is becoming a reality.
God, it would be nice to have it done while I'm still alive and kicking.
Walking through Connecticut's forests, it's easy to imagine that they've always been here and they always will be. However, your forests are experiencing several threats. Subdivisions are threatening forests with habitat fragmentation. ATVs are damaging trails. And state budget cuts have left state park and forest manager levels at the lowest ever. That is why every year since 1897, CFPA has put together an agenda for Connecticut's land and people. It's through this agenda and through your involvement that we all speak for the forests.
In 1903, Connecticut established Meshomassick State Forest. This was New England's first state forest, and today it's one of the last places you can still find the endangered timber rattlesnake.
Actually, Meshoshamic means the land of many snakes.
Luckily, rattlers hide from humans, so neighbors like Janae Rubano feel free to enjoy walking through the woods. But in April 2013, the state proposed clearing 30 acres of the forest for a police firearms training facility, including indoor and outdoor shooting ranges and a 125-space parking lot. That alarmed both neighbors and conservationists around the state.
I have a 5-year-old son, and I want him to know the history that's here. I don't want to say, hey, Landon, there was this beautiful forest here, but now there's a firearms facility. There used to be beautiful rattlesnakes here, but they no longer exist.
This was the first state forest where the land was really set aside for the people of Connecticut. If the first can be taken, then all of them can be taken.
With just weeks before a crucial public meeting in Glastonbury, concerned residents reached out to CFPA.
So we began with, petitions, emails, contacting sources, and Forest and Parks was a strong partner with us.
You have to start at the ground level, and that's exactly what they did. They were just well organized. They were committed. They worked their tails off.
CFPA and hundreds of citizens turned out for the meeting. They spoke eloquently about the forest's history, the rattlesnakes, and the important place the forest holds in their lives. The state quickly withdrew their proposal. A few weeks later, neighbors celebrated their victory on National Trails Day, something they hope to repeat for years to come.
Over the past century, CFPA has played an instrumental role in acquiring many of our state parks and forests. Places like Gillette Castle, Peoples State Forest, and Talcott Mountain all are part of our legacy and yours. We also continue working with private landowners to come up with innovative ways to protect important recreational areas and forests for you.
Along busy Route 66 on the edge of Middletown sits an oasis of green and quiet. Welcome to High Lawn Forest.
In a very urban setting of Middletown, it's a beautiful getaway.
Development surrounds the 250 acres of woodland, but once it was development, a dairy farm.
The land has been in the family for more than 100 years now.
In 1981, George Camp's family donated 4 acres of high lawn for CFPA's headquarters, but they wanted to preserve the remaining land, so they granted CFPA a conservation easement.
We actually have a written document that says what we want to do with the property, what's there already, how we're going to build on it.
For CFPA, building on it means enhancing the conservation value of the forest, protecting it today and for future generations.
And thank goodness there's an organization like CFPA, because it's not an easy task. You know, it's a responsibility. You know, while technically we own the land, they are responsible for helping to keep it open. So we have a partnership with them.
Volunteers and staff work to build bridges and blaze over 3 miles of trails. On Trails Day in 2012, High Lawn Forest was officially open to the public. And because this is literally CFPA's backyard, it's taking on a unique role as both classroom and laboratory, where volunteers can learn how to manage forests and trails for generations to come.
Learning about Connecticut's forests and how you interact with them is a lifelong process. That's why CFPA holds conservation education programs at the Goodwin Forest Conservation Education Center in Hampton, as well as at our headquarters here in Middlefield. Teachers, parents, youth group leaders, and many more are interested in how to use the forest as a natural classroom, and we want to show you how.
Almost smiled. He called back. He said,
Teacher Lynn Coaches is always looking for ways to help students explore nature.
children today are really overbooked, and I see there's a disconnect with the environment around them.
Luckily, connecting kids to their environment is the goal of Project Learning Tree.
Project Learning Tree is an environmental and conservation education program for teachers from pre-K all the way through 12th grade.
So when you begin the energy investigation,
Teacher workshops like this one are led by CFPA and co-sponsored by the State Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. The curriculum is aligned with state and national standards and designed to help students learn how to think, not what to think, about the environment.
so we're not preaching about saving things, but we're teaching skills about critical thinking, problem-solving skills.
Lynn found Project Learning Tree so beneficial, she began organizing workshops for fellow teachers. In 2013, Project Learning Tree named Lynn one of the 5 most outstanding educators in the nation. Lynn's proud of the award, but prouder still to see her students connecting with the world around them.
When you share your love of the environment and say, oh look, isn't this great? Oh, look at this great mushroom. Come and look at it. Look at this flower. You never know what it's going to inspire in somebody and where it's going to lead for them.
At CFPA, our mission is connecting people to the land. And that connection begins with your first step out your door. Walk Connecticut was created to provide quality walking experiences within 15 minutes of wherever you are. And it's easy to get to through walkct.org.
It's going to be perfect in my bug collection.
Really cool. And butterflies are just some of the wildlife you'll find on a typical family ramble.
The family rambles are the last weekend of the month, and they really attract a lot of families, but they attract singles too.
The rambles are hikes and walks of varying difficulties. Some explore Connecticut's deep woods. Others explore neighborhoods, like this one around Salters Pond in Manchester. Each one is led by a volunteer guide, specially trained by CFPA.
We went for first aid training. If I have to, I can do CPR. So they have an opportunity to go with a guide who can show them not just the trail, but how to find the trail, how to identify the blazes.
You can find family rambles year-round on the Walk Connecticut website, walkct.org. It's a chance to socialize, or find out what sassafras smells like, or learn about the problems of invasive plants.
But Asiatic bittersweet, it just grows and grows and grows.
Each year, hundreds of people find the benefits of going a-ramblin'.
And it's good for your mental health as well as your physical health. It gets you away from your troubles. It's so easy, and everybody can do it.
Advocacy, Blue Trails, environmental education, land conservation, and Walk Connecticut. These are CFPA's core programs, but there's even more. We haven't even mentioned the Connecticut Trails Day celebration held during the first weekend in June every year. Under CFPA's leadership, Connecticut Trails Day has grown to be the largest event of its kind in the nation. Every member or volunteer finds something rewarding through their involvement with CFPA.
For me, it's provided yet another network of people interested in the same things that I am.
CFPA has been instrumental in helping preserve what we have in Connecticut and enhance it as far as forests and parks. The trail system is amazing, and nothing like it compares in any other state.
They also have probably the largest base of active volunteerism of any organization in the state, in terms of people that really get out and do things. I mean, it's a doer organization.
Everyone likes trees and forests, but when you get right down to it, somebody has to be willing to inconvenience themselves to actually defend these resources.
It's just a great staff, a great organization, and without sounding a bit trite, they really do the Lord's work. I mean, it's really a labor of love.
Become a member of the Connecticut Forest and Park Association, and you too can speak for the forest. Please join us at ctwoodlands.org to learn more.